My girlfriend wanted me to nurse her mom 24/7, but I chose my finals and flight instead. I'm 25 and live with my girlfriend, Leah, who's 24. About a month ago, her mom, Tanya, started saying she's dying of cancer, but no doctor has shown us a diagnosis. Every hospital visit ends with her being sent home, and a nurse even told Leah it might be fake. Tanya asked to stay one night in our one bedroom. It became a week. She banned AC and fans because they hurt her skin, but blow-dried her hair anyway. She wanted the place dark and silent. She called for help at all hours. At 3 a.m., she walked into our bedroom asking Leah for massages. She mocked our Buddhist souvenirs, demanded a cross on the wall, and wouldn't stop until I hung one. Then she pushed for us to move into her house an hour from our jobs and school. I'm a full-time student with 2 jobs and a 4.0. Leah works full-time and begged to switch to remote so she could care for Tanya. Meanwhile, Tanya's stories kept changing. MRI scheduled, surgery canceled, chemo delayed, infection, then E. coli. No records we could see, never the same plan twice. When her husband, David, traveled, Tanya said he'd steal her jewelry when she passed, so we had to go get it. We were supposed to take her to the ER right after. Instead, we stayed 16 hours doing chores while she stalled. I folded hundreds of clothes, scrubbed floors, and hauled trash. At 5 a.m., we reached the ER. She told us to go home because she'd check herself in. 3 hours later, she called, sobbing that the ER rejected her. I didn't buy it. Leah and I started skipping meals and losing sleep. Work and school slid. David sent Leah nasty texts, then apologized. Tanya kept calling for help. This time she wanted me, not Leah, because David was jealous of her. She asked me to come alone. I'd already told Leah I needed that weekend to study for finals. I told Leah I wanted to visit my mom in Europe for 2 to 3 weeks. I haven't seen her in over a year. Leah said she supports it, but called it a little selfish. Then came questions. If I were dying, would you quit your job to be with me? If it were your mom, would you help her? I felt pushed to say yes. I love Leah, but I don't trust her mom, and it's bleeding into us. I tried to get facts. Tanya had scans and a diagnosis at one hospital, but went to a different one for the E. coli. The second gave antibiotics and discharged her. Now we were waiting for a call from the first to reschedule chemo. It had been a week with no call. We couldn't even contact the right office because Leah didn't know which hospital it was. When she asked, Tanya cried about pain, said she couldn't read pill labels, begged her to come over, and hung up when Leah refused. I asked Leah to try therapy. She said, therapists don't work. I told her therapy helped me, and that talking to a neutral person gives tools. She said, why pay someone if I can talk to you? Isn't that what a partner is for? I said I'm not a doctor. She said she just needs me to listen. Then, because I was planning Europe, she said maybe she should go to therapy because her boyfriend is leaving. I called out the manipulation. A fight started. Later she said I should ask my mom what a good person would do. Then came more what ifs. If she had an accident and ended up in a wheelchair, would I come back? Yes. If her mom died while I was gone, would I come back? Yes. What if her last words are, where is OP? I said the last words I heard from Tanya were, don't ever call me again. Leah said I was too literal and that her mom had asked where I was earlier. I set boundaries. I told Leah I won't go to Tanya's house alone. I won't fail finals or lose my jobs. I'll help with rides and food when I can, but I'm not her nurse and I can't be Leah's therapist. I need this trip to see my mom and clear my head. I said I'd secure my documents and keep some distance from the drama while still caring about her. That night everything boiled over. Leah shook, cried, and said, I'll book your ticket right now. I can and I will. I can break up if I want to. She drove off and called me from the parking lot, sobbing. I let her talk, told her I loved her, and said I couldn't keep living like this. When she came back, eyes red and quiet, she said she didn't mean to manipulate me and that it hurt to hear that word. I opened my laptop, found flights, and picked the dates. My hands shook, but I didn't stop. I read the plan, filled in my passport number, and clicked purchase. Her phone buzzed on the table. She stared at the screen and went still. I told her my flight times and that I'd help with rides for the next couple of days, but I was going. She nodded without a word. I packed my bag, put my passport in the front pocket, and locked my journal and cards in a friend's safe. I sent Leah my itinerary with a simple, I love you. Then I stepped into the hallway with my backpack. The door clicked shut behind me, and the apartment went quiet. Now people are saying I'm cold for setting boundaries and leaving. Was I wrong?